Direct from Albany, New York, it's time for The Media Zone with your hosts, Ed and Dave. Tonight, a look at this week's new film and DVD releases. And the chance to win free movie tickets with the Poster Pairs game. And now your hosts, Ed and Dave.
Hello and welcome to the Media Zone. Ed and Dave here. Ed and Dave with you as we finish up April here.
That's right. Who's missing, Ed?
Well, I forgot to mention Lelac was missing last week. Lelac will be missing this week.
And
she'll be back for a summer preview show in 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. But after that, she might be missing for a few months. Hopefully only a few months.
That's being optimistic.
She's going on a trip to Turkey. And China.
Oh!
Now, China, I don't know what the state is because the Facebook status always changed. I don't know if it's a boyfriend or a friend is teaching over in China. So that's why she's going over there.
All right.
And apparently she has friends in Turkey from, I'm guessing, college. So I'm hoping she wasn't contacted. Hey, you're going to China. Why don't you stop by Turkey? And she's being sold into the sex trade over there. Isn't that what happened in Taken, in the first Taken?
Yeah, I think so.
I know the second one was set in Turkey. The first one he wouldn't have gone back to Turkey a second time. It must have been a nearby country, right? Any of them are too close to Iraq and Iran,
that's right.
As far as I remember in my...
Yeah, we don't be messing with Turkey.
No.
Or Istanbul, or any of those places.
How close is that to even Korea? It's a whole hotbed over in that area. I'm afraid to even leave New York, let alone going out of this country. You'll never see that happen.
I agree with you, Ed. I'm becoming a shut-in as I age. I don't want to go anywhere.
I'm not even thrilled to get on a plane to go to Florida anymore.
No, I don't get on planes.
You haven't been on
I've been on them. I ain't getting on them again. No.
Last one I went on was 1999.
Space. 1999. Where'd you go? Was it Florida?
Florida.
Oh. It's lovely once you get there.
Yeah.
But then there's always the thought, I gotta get back on the plane to get back to where I came from, which I don't want to do either.
That's the shortest plane ride I'll want to go on anyway. I want to... 3 hours is okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You always get sick, whether it's going or coming back.
Do you?
With the recycled air on there.
Okay.
Depending on the season. So...
but you just go to work and you come home sick. You can't breathe at work. You get bloody noses.
They finally cleaned out the air intake screen. I wish I was there to see what they discovered inside there.
A couple dead bodies.
It does look clean. And I have heard far less sneezing and hacking and coughing in there, so hopefully that helps.
All right.
Of course, for some reason, do you have carpeting in your office, Dave?
Yes.
Why do they put carpeting down? People can't hold on to their coffee. That's being spilled all over.
Well, I think because if you put carpeting down and you spill your coffee, if someone steps in it, it's just a little splash. Mm-hmm. But if you spill it on tile and someone's texting and walking along, next thing you know, they're on their ass and their legs up in the air, and then they're suing people because of the mess on the floor.
Yeah.
And it's only those carpet tiles.
Yeah.
They can just peel them up and put a new one down.
They can.
They don't, but they can.
Somebody would do that. So.
I wonder why there's so many different colors on the carpeting. You think it's just the design, but it's not.
No,
it's food products. It's drinks, beverages. At least I hope that's all it is. And you never know.
They're constantly eating it. I never seen people eat in this one section next door. Constantly why they have. Microwaves in these offices. They can't go a couple hours without cooking a TV dinner in there?
No, they can't. They can't. If you work, I don't want to we don't want to go up on this subject.
Why not? We only have Iron Man basically tonight.
But in the segment of employment in which we work,
yeah,
it's really synonymous with just like an eatery.
Right.
It's all they do. I mean, there are some people who can't. Once they're in their seat, they're literally wedged in, and they've got. It's like going to a bingo game where people have, all their trolls lined up and all these little. That's what these people do. They line up a bag of pretzels, and they've got the granola bars, and then they've got chips, and then they got their sandwich, and they got all these drinks. So all they do, they go there just to eat, and eat.
And they don't get up and walk around anymore. Used to be you get up at least to go down and walk down and get a candy bar. Right. Now everything is cooked and stuffed into their drawers. Yeah. They're on the computers break time. Nobody gets up to walk. I still try to get up and walk around, do a lap around to get up and move. Nobody, there's going to be even bigger asses walking around in there.
It is frightening.
It's scary.
God forbid one of them trips and falls on you.
I don't know if they have this in your office, Dave. Now, if there's a problem in the office, do they tell the person that's causing the problem, or do they call the entire wing together in a room and say, please, we're updating the rules here. Please don't do this or that. Instead of going to everybody who everybody knows is the one person doing this or that,
right?
They don't go there. Are they afraid, Dave? Or do they do this in your section?
Well, not where I currently am.
Or do you have people actually behaving themselves?
Yes, we do. I work in a well-behaved office. Very little problems. I think I'm the worst behaved of all of them, actually, of everyone there. But in my old office, we used to, if something happened, you rarely would you go to that person and say, straighten up. You would just have a big meeting and say, here's what we'd like to do.
Right.
And we all know who you're talking about. Then if it continues, then maybe you single them out. You take them out of the office, you go downstairs, and you sit them down and say, look, take a shower. Or whatever. Just an example.
Yeah, luckily I haven't had that problem in a while, but by God we did. We had somebody that was so huge that when they got up and walked away, there was a smell on their chair. They were stewing and sweating in their own juices. And it went right into the chair.
That reminds me.
Oh, no.
No.
Go ahead.
No, this is nothing like that.
Go ahead.
But I was just at a meeting.
Okay.
And you go into the conference room, and there's all the chairs. And I kept looking at the chairs, and I kept walking past all these empty chairs. I didn't want to sit in them. They were ass-shaped. They had the two dents and the side, and then in the middle part, as if it went up someone's crack. And that was the shape of the chair. And I didn't want to sit on someone's, crack line there. That's what it was. And there was like 3 chairs in a row like that.
That's how they got the idea for memory foam. It was the old Corecraft chairs.
They're horrible. I couldn't believe it. I mean, you would think once you got out of the chair, it would go back to its original shape, but it came to the point in the middle. It was, I didn't want to. Yeah, no. So we have 2 movies.
We got one more story.
Oh, go ahead.
There's work up on the table that's backing up. And if you go up there are certain forms that are single forms. They're easier to go through. And then there's other forms that have a lot of paperwork you have to do things with. So one person in the office is still going up there. You're supposed to take from the top.
Oh, yeah.
So she goes and lifts the pile off, goes through, finds all the easy ones, puts the tough ones back on top. Now, I went, this was just announced a couple days ago. Another form went around. Please don't do this. Instead of going to the person that's been doing it for years. I went into my desk. I have saved the various notices that have come. There are supervisors mentioned. Sally and I are looking at the piles. I don't know who Sally was. She apparently was in our section when this went around 5 years ago. 8 years ago, I have another one with another supervisor. The same problem, the same person. You just go to the person and fire them if they don't do it.
Give up, Ed. Give up.
Give up. Ed.
Give up. This is what you do. You get up in the morning. You take your shower.
Right.
Get in your car.
Right.
Go to work. Keep your head down. Go to lunch. Come back. Go the hell home. Don't talk to anybody. Don't do anything.
You have my schedule down, except I pop in the earphones and listen to my radio.
Well, that's smart. Very good. Good
I
idea.
ignore all these people and all the nonsense.
It's too late for us.
It's too late now.
We cannot reform
No.
this area. It's done.
It's all over.
We've been sucked in to this. They've wore us down to a nub,
They have.
and that's it.
But thank God we're near the end.
That's right.
Okay, because we had so much fun at the opening of the show, Dave.
Yes.
We're going to skip that movie Kiss of the Dams.
Good, because I couldn't pronounce anyone's name who's starring in it.